Hello, resident. I need some fucking head right now. Fan here, and today we're not talking about video games, we're talking about anime. So I've reviewed a TV show before, Barry, you should watch that video, but I haven't reviewed an anime ever. So I figured I should probably start with something a little more short, digestible, easier to understand, just so I can really ease into reviewing anime. So that's why I'm going to be starting with... Oh shit, my bad, I'm getting a call. Yeah?
Yo, bro.
What?
People watch One Piece.
One Piece?
Watch One Piece, yeah. It has the best pacing ever, dude. 1,000 episodes is nothing. Every episode is a new adventure, everything. It's even more iconic than Dragon Ball. Imagine that. You know, Gear 5, Cook Super Saiyan, no Ultra Instinct. It's just better.
I'm gonna look into that.
You should. It's the best anime ever. I'm not even glazing. You know what is glazed? Naruto and Dragon Ball. Like, especially Attack on Titan. Like, best series ever.
Yeah, so you're down to give me that sloppy toppy later, right? Well, I guess I'm reviewing One Piece. Did he mention how long it was? I'm gonna check real quick. Fuck. The year is 2018, and anime and manga as a whole are more popular than it's ever been. Dragon Ball Super is airing, Demon Slayer is a huge success, and One Piece just keeps on going. But late into the year, a man by the name of Tatsuki Fujimoto decides to release his newest manga series, Chainsaw Man. From there, the series would gain critical and commercial success, selling over 26 million volumes by August 2023, and also gaining a pretty successful anime adaptation. And this anime adaptation is what I'm looking at today. Now, while the anime has been a pretty big success here in the United States of America, Mappa's more dark and cinematic direction with the series has been a lot more mixed over in Japan. But even with that, Chainsaw Man Season 2 most likely will be released in the near future, and when I mean near future, I mean 5 fucking years, but, you know, a man can hope and dream. But now, it's time for me to give it a rewatch, and see just how Chainsaw and men get along so well. This is Chainsaw Man.
この間売った腎臓が120万、右目が30万、金玉片方売って
Not the nutsack. Here is Denji, the main protagonist of High Power Tool Boy. He's a 16-year-old with a dead father and a devil with a chainsaw. Pretty relatable. Devils in the world of Chainsaw Man are quite an interesting bunch. They're based on real-life things such as coffee or guns, and the more the thing is feared, the more powerful the devil is. So obviously a gun devil is probably more dangerous than like a fucking frog devil. Then there's stuff like fiends, which are devils that take over the body of a human and kind of control it. Anyways, Denji works as a devil hunter in order to pay off the insane debt put onto him by his dead father. This lifestyle limits him to living in a shack and eating plain-ass bread with Pochita, the chainsaw devil. When Denji was young, his father committed suicide, and the large sum of debt he had went towards the Yakuza, and was then placed on Denji. Denji was dead in the water with no way to make enough money to pay off the debt until he sees Pochita. Pochita, dying of a wound, needs blood to heal and stay alive, so Denji offers his own blood. But his blood comes with a pact, one that will make him and Pochita stick together as devil hunters so that they can pay off the huge debt that Denji owns. Flash forward to the present, Denji has one major dream: fucking. So after coughing some blood and learning that dude's mom is also dead, fuck me, dude, Denji heads to do another job for the Yakuza. But this turns out to be one huge prank, as the Yakuza made a deal with the zombie devil. The zombie devil then rips and tears through Denji, leaving him dead. But one emotional flashback later, and Pochita merges himself with Denji to essentially revive him. Denji then returns to the real world, but not as a regular old devil hunter, but now as aerial mechanized gizmo male, and fucking steamrolls through the zombie devil. However, in the aftermath of all of this, the public safety devil hunters arrive to find Denji just chilling. Their leader, Makima, then hugs Denji as requested by him, which turns him back into a regular old human. Makima then tells him that she'll keep him alive, which makes Denji one big happy boy. And that was the first episode of Chainsaw Man, which makes me qualified to start talking about its baseline qualities, starting with the animation. The animation here is fantastic. I don't really know how to describe something that looks good to me other than the synonyms for the word good, so I don't really know what else to say. I will say that some animes struggle with having choppy or generally boring action scenes, but Chainsaw Man is not one of them. The action here is brutal and violent, but yet is very fluid and well choreographed, so shoutouts to Mappa and Fujimoto for knowing how to draw action scenes. The criticism I do see for the animation here is the usage of CGI, mainly for Denji's Chainsaw Man transformation, and I do agree that it can be a bit jarring, but I still think it looks pretty good, and Mappa employees are already fucking dying trying to put out the sheer quantity of projects that they undertook, so I can understand why they're using CGI for this. Also, the voice acting here is pretty good in both the sub and dub, so thumbs up. I especially like Makima's voice actor. I think she does a really good job here. Speaking of Makima, let's talk about episode 2. Here Makima does some emotional manipulation, small talk, and convinces Denji to join the public safety devil hunters. Denji then gets introduced to Aki, a pretty serious, straight-edge dude who is pretty much the opposite of Denji. Because of this, the two don't get along well at all. Aki thinks that Denji should quit for his safety and that he isn't serious about devil hunting, but Denji doesn't back down and kicks him straight in the family jewels. The next day, Denji and Aki go to kill a fiend. Aki asks for Denji to use his chainsaw power, but instead, Denji just chops his head off with an axe. Aki gets pissed off at Denji because, well, his attitude towards being a public safety devil hunter, it just isn't serious enough for him, and he just can't understand Denji because people can literally die from this shit. And while Denji, rebuttals and says how, oh yeah, he is taking this seriously, he does realize that he probably should get himself a goal. What goal does he get himself?
I really want to touch her boobs.
We then get introduced to Power, a fiend. Power is quite an interesting thing. She engages in inhuman behavior and is generally pretty out of control, but it's funny, I guess. Whatever. Anyways, Denji and Power go to hunt some devils and run into a sea cucumber devil. I don't even know if these things are real. The sea cucumber devil then proceeds to get absolutely obliterated by Power's blood devil abilities, which is basically just like matter shifting. I don't even know. The public, let's just say, is not a fan of the huge mess that Power and Denji made, and Makima confronts them about it. While Power and Denji recite the entire We Cry Together song, Makima simply says for Power and Denji to get along, and they just suddenly calm down. Denji I can understand. Power, something's a little off. Denji then gets himself a drink at a vending machine where he questions Power's obsession with cats. Power then tells the story of Meowie, a cat that she grew attached to, after initially wanting to eat it for its blood. She mentions how the Bat Devil took Meowie away from her, and asks if Denji could go and kill the Bat Devil. She also adds that if he can kill the Bat Devil, she'll reward him with,
I got shit to do next week.
Yeah, I got shit to do too. I got shit to do like tomorrow. Got dreams and stuff.
We've been through a lot. We've been through a lot today.
Yeah, today we got really far.
Denji agrees because, well, 2 eggs are better than 1, and heads to the abandoned house where the Bat Devil is. Power, however, makes a slip-up and fucks up her story, triggering Denji to attack her. Power is able to knock him out, though, before he can kill her, and then finally reveals that she planned basically just to feed him to the Bat Devil. Anyways, the Bat Devil then licks Denji's blood and says it tastes like absolute shit. But how does that cum taste, though? However, along with eating Denji's blood, the Bat Devil also breaks the deal with Power and scarfles her down with Meowie, leaving Power absolutely depressed. Cue the anime thing where the character has a flashback that motivates them to fight, and we get Denji versus the Bat Devil. This fight is overall pretty damn solid, and the one-liners Denji delivers are some of the dumbest shit I have ever heard, but at the same time they're great. After some high-octane action, Denji uses the power of horniness and slices through the Bat Devil, freeing both Meowie and Power. But this victory doesn't last long, as the Leech Devil, who's presumably banging the Bat Devil, comes and eats Denji's arm off. Denji versus the Leech Devil then begins. Denji attempts to give the Leech Devil the business, but unfortunately, without his arm, he can't get it done. Aki comes in clutch, though, with his Fox Devil, who comes. Denji is able to get his arm attached to his body thanks to a blood transfusion and gives us lore on devil contracts. I mean, we did already see this with Denji's backstory, which, to show this fast-paced, it is kind of weird just to get like a scene that, I don't know, doesn't matter as much. Anyways, Aki tries to get Denji to snitch, but Denji doesn't budge, and Aki instead agrees to keep quiet on the whole powered fucking over Denji thing if Denji just listens to Aki's rules. Denji complies, and Aki goes to Makima to save Denji and Power's ass. Afterward, we learn that Power is moving in with Aki and Denji, much to their dismay. We then get episode 5, aka the one where Denji touches a lot of first with Power, which Denji finds underwhelming. Reminds me of my Uncle Reese. Denji goes to Makima to tell her about his traumatizing experience touching boobs. Makima then goes Makima shit, and Denji falls over in absolute shock of what just happened. Bro, what the fuck is this shit? What the fuck am I watching? The two strike up a deal where Makima will do anything Denji wants her to do if he can just kill the Gun Devil. Now, the Gun Devil is one hell of a behemoth, killing millions of people in literally just a second, but thanks to Denji's obsessions with not one but two things, he convinces himself that he can do it. They then use a fragment of the Gun Devil to act as a magnet to the other pieces, and Public Safety finds himself outside a hotel. Here we meet some other members of the Public Safety Devil Hunters. We got Himeno, a friend of Aki, Kobani, a extremely timid devil hunter, and Hirazaku, who I don't even know how to describe this guy. Anyways, Himeno motivates Denji by means of, you probably already know, and begin to enter the hotel. Before this, though, we get a flashback where Himeno begs Aki not to die unlike her previous partners. I hope he doesn't die. As they walk up to the hotel, they find themselves on the 8th floor where they encounter a walking head who looks like Nightmare Fuel Mike Wazowski. Power gives it the business before they realize that, well, they're actually just completely trapped on the 8th floor. They scramble and try to find ways to escape before Aki notices that the clocks are completely frozen, meaning they're essentially stuck in time. They then find themselves screaming in a hotel room. I like this part because it really helps showcase each Devil Hunter's personality in the most extreme situations, which is pretty fun to watch. I think it's a really nice way to showcase their characters and even develop them. It's also revealed here that Himeno convinced Aki to start smoking, even though she wants him to live for a long time. So why do that? The Devil Hunters discover the cause of this situation, that being the Eternity Devil, and ask them to sacrifice Denji and it will lift the curse. Members like Hirazaku and Kobani are immediately down to kill Denji, but Aki and Himeno are a little lukewarm to the idea, which, no shit. Eventually, after Kobani goes literally insane, Denji decides to go chainsaw mode and dives right into the Eternity Devil. From there, Denji essentially torches the Eternity Devil by drinking its own blood, keeping himself alive, while he constantly slices through the Eternity Devil. It just kind of sounds like a good Friday night for myself. The Eternity Devil then gives up trying to live and lifts the curse, freeing them from this hell. During all this, however, we get a flashback showing Kishibe telling Himeno most sane devil hunters just die. He also says how Aki is probably slightly crazy for wanting to kill the Gun Devil, so yeah, don't worry about him dying. Anyways, the group celebrates with dinner. They all get to know each other. It's all fun times, but Himeno tries to know Denji a little too well. Denji rejects her, and they instead become friends. See, now that is what I like to see. A crime scene blossom into a friendship. But now, shit gets serious. An attack conducted by the Gun Devil begins as civilians use guns to attack the Public Safety Devil Hunters. Denji takes a back shot, no back, from the grandson of the Yakuza member that he killed earlier. You know, the one that he owed a bunch of debt to, who turned into a zombie? Yeah, that one. Himeno gets hit in the chest, and they also shoot Makima, who is currently traveling to Tokyo. Aki tries to kill him with his Fox Devil powers, but fails as the man reveals himself to be a devil-human hybrid, just like Denji, and calls himself Katana Man. Aki fights Katana Man, but unfortunately fails as Akane helps Katana Man. Himeno, on her last breath, decides to sacrifice herself by using the Ghost Devil contract she has to kill Katana Man. This fails, however, as Akane uses the Snake Devil to eat it, and probably eats Himeno as well. I think it eats her. I'm just assuming that because we never see her again, not in a flashback, and she dies, so I'm assuming that it eats her here. Anyways, Himeno's a fine character, but the whole wanting to fuck a minor thing is Kind of irked me. But with his dying breath, the Ghost Devil uses its last hand to rip Denji's core, bringing out the Chainsaw Man, who's ready to give it his all against Katana Man in the most epic fight. He fucking loses immediately. Anyways, while transporting his Darth Maul-ass body, Makima is revealed to have lived the shooting and uses her powers to mindfuck Akane's gang, blowing their heads up Victoria Newman style. Kobani goes apeshit after Hirasaku dies, rest in peace, and assaults Akane's gang, successfully fending them off and recovering Denji. She apologizes for trying to kill him earlier in the hotel and says how this job is breaking her mentally. I wonder why. Anyways, after this disaster, Special Divisions 1 and 4 merge due to a lack of members in both, and Akuma gets asked if she knew the attack was coming. She gives zero response and rides off with Kuros and Tendo, thus ending this disaster date. The next episode has us get sort of accustomed to the new norm of Chainsaw Man. Aki decides to get himself a more powerful devil contract, Makima sends Denji and Power to train under Kishibe, and they get their shit rocked. All in all, pretty casual stuff. Anyways, Aki is able to successfully form a contract with the Future Devil after the Future Devil sees his future, seeing a magnificent death. Kishibe then informs Denji and Power that the entire Special Division 4 are planning on raiding a Yakuza branch that supposedly has connections to the Gun Devil. Makima goes to meet with the Tokyo head of the Yakuza and learns the names of some Yakuza members involved with the Gun Devil. She uses this knowledge to game end a few of them of her current location. All the while, Special Division 4 enters the hideout. They fight against a bunch of zombies, and we meet the Shark Fiend, the Violence Fiend, the Spider Devil, and the Angel Devil. While they clap the zombies on the basement floor, Denji and Aki go out to kill Akane and Katana Man. Aki goes after Akane, who brings out the Ghost Devil and nearly fucks Aki. Oh, that's not it. But thanks to the power of Fujimoto's writing and the Future Devil, Aki defeats the Ghost Devil, avenging Himeno. Aki then gets jumped by Akane and the Snake Devil, but is saved when Kobani holds Akane at knife point. Akane asks why she still works for the public safety, and Kobani responds with, cash money, baby. During all this, Denji begins a rematch with Katana Man, which goes absolutely insane. I mean, seriously, this fight, really well animated, really well choreographed, great fight, double thumbs up to Mappa and Fujimoto. Eventually, Denji ends up getting beaten pretty badly, but thanks to a chainsaw grown between his legs, he's able to do the thing where they go through the person, cutting them in half. You know the thing, you've seen it before. Denji hands Katana Man over to the police, but not before Denji and Aki kick him repeatedly in the balls, mirroring their original fight. Yo, hear me out? I want to be Katana Man in the scene so fucking bad, dude. Holy shit! The Snake Devil kills Akane as to not have her leak any information on the Gun Devil, and it seems like the conflict for now has calmed. We then get a little teaser to the Bomb Girl arc, which is going to be the next arc, so sick. But that's the first season of Chainsaw Man, and overall, yeah, they cooked. Stellar animation throughout the entire series, really good performances overall, and surprisingly pretty good writing. Denji and just the overall series might come off as odd and horny, but if you can get over that, you have a excellently well done shonen here. One that's fantastically enjoyable throughout, emotional, and just a hell of a good time. I would recommend watching it, and probably also reading it. Anyways, that's it for me. If they make a season 2, well, I'll probably cover that, and hell, maybe I'll even cover the manga, or the movie that's coming out later this year, or early next year. I don't really know when it's coming out. But, yeah, I'm heading out. Gotta take a shit. Goodbye. I hope everyone's, feeling good, feeling healthy. It's like 11 something. Just been grinding on this video, finally finished it. I think I might make a video on Damn. That's my next one. Peace.